you are more than welcome back to Little Miss Dropstitch, and out there the sun is shining, which is very unexpected, so I will try and get in a lovely canal walk after I film this video. Today I would like to show you all the garments I knitted or crocheted in 2023, last year, we can say that now. There's a few more than I anticipated. I think there's about 15 or 16, which I don't know how I managed to make more than one a month. Start sewing as a hobby again and make garments. This isn't even the sewn garments. Make a quilt, go to the Arctic, yeah, and do lots of other things as well. I've genuinely no idea I fitted it in, and I have a 9-to-5 day job as well. I've no idea I fitted it in. Anyway, I'm going to show you all those. There will be a blog post if you would like to know what any of the patterns are for these. Before we get stuck in, please do give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it genuinely does help us, and I've got a target goal of 100 subscribers, so hopefully we'll get there in the next couple of months. Okay, I might be bending down a lot in this video. They're all here in a pile, as you might have seen from the thumbnail. So let's jump in. The first one, which I can grab, is this beautiful, beautiful, this might be a bit weird, but it smells so sheepy and lovely. I'm that person that sniffs books as well, okay? This lovely tank top. I'd like to make a few more tank tops this year because they're just so good. Like, they keep you really warm, you don't get too hot, and they're a bit quicker to knit as well. If anyone's going to accuse me of, you know, doing all chunkies or whatever, I've not. There's a right good mix in there. This year I'm focusing on kind of the 4-ply. I'm just started a 4-ply jumper actually this week, so there might not be as many at the end of the year, but also that's not what this is about. You know, I'm just making things that catch my eye, wool I need to use up, and that takes my fancy. So this is Aran. Okay, I did actually alter this pattern a bit as well, which you'll see when on the blog from the original. Fabulous. And they also take up less room as well, tank tops. Well, this one is with Lopi wool, which is Icelandic, and I got this from a wool shop in Lancaster, and I did a on tour video of that. So I went to the Dizzy Heights of Lancaster, so I've got a little travel blog thing of that on YouTube and the website as well. I just love the yellow on this. I was originally going to do turquoise, but then I went for yellow. I just think that's stunning. My mum was like, oh, that's not going to fit, Rachel. But it's meant to be like a no-ease jumper, definitely not negative ease, but a no-ease one. I don't know how high I should be holding these, to be honest. Oh, this one's interesting, okay. So this is all leftover wool. So I promise I was a bit good last year and tried to, you know, use up bits I got in. And this, it was genuinely plaguing my mind, this wool, okay. It's the Rowan Felted Tweed, which is gorgeous, but it's man colours, I needed to use it up, okay? So I did a scrappy project. It was originally jumper, but I ran out, but not mad at it at all. I kind of like the patchworky feel, and then I've also kind of done a cool thing where I've carried it through so it looks a bit kind of mild and mottled. And that's very warm. I held that double as well, actually. Oh, this is, dare I say, I think this is tied with my favourite, okay? Oh God. That's not the problem. Bits of fibre and fluff everywhere. Okay, there we go. This is the front. I absolutely love this. I hope I'm not holding them up too close. The reason I made this was, we're talking a couple of years ago now, went to Ireland, to Dublin, and they had all these which you could buy, which were, you know, factory made. And my mum said she'd seen this style before, but I'd not, of that beautiful kind of stocking stitch, so it rolls in on itself. So we've got it on there, the bottom hem and the cuffs as well. And I absolutely loved it. It's a French wool actually, an Aran weight, and then there's the Rico Make It Tweed that I've run through as well. So there we go. So no, why buy it from Dublin for half the price when you can make it for double? No, it wasn't quite double, it was probably broke even actually. I think to buy them in Dublin they were about 50 quid, so I probably did break even. Next up, oh, this got quite a few hits on the shorts, on the TikToks. People seem to like it. It's it doesn't really show up on camera, but there is also a very fine champagne coloured thread running through it, which is gorgeous. It's a Rowan big wool pattern, and I've used the wool as well. And the shades that they suggest, when does that ever happen with me? And I did modify it a bit because I wasn't liking their pattern for the cable, but there we go. Lovely cable on the sleeve, and I wore that to Stitch and Bitch Christmas little party do thing, and it kept me warm as well because the place was freezing. Good food, but freezing. Twice this year actually, sorry no, we're not in 23, twice last year at kind of the festive period, I had chocolate cheesecake, which I'd never had, and I absolutely loved it. Next up, I'll take us into a bit of summer if we're feeling a bit chilly. Oh dear, which way is this go? So, this is a pearl facing stocking stitch, which I like. Oh dear, there we go. Did I just want to finish it in the end and it's probably a little bit short and I need to wear a vest top with it? Yes. The yarn is 50% cotton, 50% wool, and I really love it because it keeps you a bit warm, a bit cool at the same time. So I really do like it. It just wasn't the pattern for me, and I kind of reluctant to say too many negative things about it because there's every chance it could just be me, you know, being a bit of a gobbin. But yeah, like what the join of the shoulder seams, I think, was what sorry, that's my lunch repeating on me. It's the join of the shoulder seams that made me quite unsure on what's going on, and I'm not really liking this. So yeah, there we go. But it's really cool to wear. I do love it. Cool as in hip and cool, but also cool temperature-wise. Next up, okay, let's go for this. This is, what they call? No, not Iron Lamb. What's the other one? Why can't I think of the name? Tin Can Knits, there we go. This was a pattern I bought, and you could basically knit a cardigan. It's not knitted in the round, it's back and forth, but it's as if it's knitted in the round, so it's not pieced together, which is quite cool. But it just, I don't think they should have designed it for the heavier wool, really. Again, happy to admit if it is just me, but it just doesn't sit nice, the colour. Like, you have to position it perfectly and then, you know, not move, so I just wear it indoors, which is a shame. And I kind of thought the ideas for the colours together, so I am pleased with that bit. But yeah, it just kind of, it comes too low, the collar on it, and I'm just not really liking it. This was an acrylic actually as well, which is rare for me. It's the Sheepish Chunky Monkey, I think. I'll put on the wools and yarns I've used as well on the blog post. So there we go. But yeah, the pattern also included, basically you could make a cardie of any size for 4-ply or fingering, sport or DK, and then worsted or Aran. Next up. Now this is Iron Lamb. Is it called the Faraway, I think? I really like this. This I used, so I'd already got 5 hanks of this Irish wool in, as you do, and then I'd put it together with these bits which I had left over from this cushion actually, the Dublin cushion that I designed. So these are all the leftover bits, so that's quite cool. So yeah, I really like that. It's Christmassy, but it's not. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Another Iron Lamb one. My mum absolutely loves this. So this was from her new book, and I bought it myself and got it like pre-order so I could get it signed and things. My mum absolutely loves this. The design in the book is for kind of drapier fabric, but I really like this. Again, same wool as this actually. I got 5 of the grey in because, you know, not this year. I'm a new Rachel. Again, these bits here are the leftovers from this cushion, but it was so wool hungry this, so I just kept running out and running out. That's why then you get like a totally different grey in. But I think when you use kind of proper wool, and it's an Irish wool, everything just kind of blends in and goes together like that. That's the fibre company actually, that bit there, but it all just goes together lovely. And I really like to wear that with a polo neck. Yeah, these ones are not for wearing without thermals, vest tops, whatever underneath. Okay, because people might see more than they'd appreciate. My arms are getting so achy holding stuff up. I absolutely love this. It's one of my favourite designers, okay? So it's a lady called Jane. She has Pearl and Jane in Skipton, and that was like the first proper wool shop I went to when I was on holiday when I was 14. I just love her patterns. They're designed to be simple to knit, or in this case crochet. I think this was the first crochet garment pattern of hers as well. So I just really love it, and I made it at a time where I just needed something not too mindless, but you know, it's not anything that was going to be soul destroying either to make. And the wool, sometimes I think crochet can kind of not have the best experience when using it compared to knitting with it, because it does create that thicker, tougher fabric, like this for example. But this was just so smooth when I was crocheting it, and the fabric's still so drapey and delicate. I absolutely love it. It's the Kilcara Mohair tweed. Okay, absolutely love that, and the colour. I'm so tempted, if I wasn't on, you know, the straight and narrow on the wagon, I'd be, yeah, getting balls and balls of this. I'd love to do like a polo neck in it. There we go. I can see myself making more of those as well. Next up, something a bit different. I started this off and then I finished it, so I'd probably only done about that bit, and then I did the rest on the Anian Carlos Northern Lights Crows, okay, in February. It's brioche, so it could be double-sided if I'd not made a couple of mistakes, because picking up brioche is actually no, it's all right. Yeah, I could wear that way around as well. So it's double-sided and it's got elastic in it, so it's like a proper garment. This was Malibrejo wool. I really love it. Smooth to knit with, lovely. The yellow, I just look like Marge Simpson when I was knitting it, which I'm not about really. And imagine when I wash it, that's going to be a nightmare as well. Next up, we'll have another cardigan. This is a lovely summer one. So it's the Rico cotton, I'll do it on the blog, yarn, and also Rico pattern as well. So for once I used the exact wool the pattern called for. However, it had a full ball left and some more, which I don't think's good when it, you know, it's about £8 a bottle. And this is, it was a 32 to 34, so it is kind of a little oversized on me, but that's still good, and I can be cold anywhere, so I really do enjoy wearing this in the summer and spring. Oh, we like this one. Okay. This is the first thing, and up till 2 weeks ago, the only thing I'd made with my wool I brought back from Norway. This is the Hillsvåg wool, okay? And yeah, absolutely beautiful. It's quite lanolin-y to work with, but I just love that sage green and cream. Where would you get sage green? Over here. Absolutely love it. I'm going to have to get the hoover out and vacuum my summer clothes back. That's why they're a little bit creased. Next up is this. This is a Rowan pattern, and I've used Sheepy's Crotona for it. And I just love that little kind of edging. There we go, love it. This was actually my first crochet garment, and it was fine. It was a Rowan pattern, and yeah, it went great. That was pieced together as well. It wasn't sewn in the round. I think I've got a good mixture of in the round and some piece, but yeah, definitely seem to be having a preference for things done in the round lately. Next up, it's the free pattern by Tin Can Knits. I'd make loads of these, I loved it. And I think they do one for a fine weight as well now. Yeah, it's got that garter stitch there. And I think I'm showing you the back there, yes. As you see on the German short rows, I didn't quite think about how that was going to work with striping it as well. So what I've done, it's a Rico wool. I really enjoyed Rico wool last year, and yarn, and I've done, so they're both kind of variegated. I think it's the Creative Melange in Aran I used. So I've done 2 rows of the grey variegated, 2 rows of the turquoise variegated, and then you get this beautiful, beautiful jumper. And usually I've kind of tried to get away from Aran garments just because when you go to pack them for holiday, they take up so much room. But this is just so drapey and lightweight. And finally, I love this. This is just like a mainstream pattern. I'll find what it was. But then it's just a gorgeous grandad jumper. It's cascade wool, cane chunky. And I just love it because they were all the rage, like grandad cardies towards the end of last year. And first time I've ever done pockets like that. Definitely would love to do some more. And it's a raglan style as well, and this was done in pieces. So thank you very much for watching this. I will certainly be keeping warm this afternoon at least. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and do take care.